as a whole, Republicans did perform well on the night. Trump did have a way he overperformed the polls. Like if you just simply look like at the like Michigan, even Pennsylvania, like Biden like was leading by like a lot in the polls, but Trump actually made these like states very tight. Florida, Trump was up. Florida is one of the only states where I think some polls got it right because I think he was up by like 2 points before the election, and then he ended up winning Florida. But we were expecting runoffs in like Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Biden was up by 6 points. Like we were expecting like clear runoffs, but that did not happen. So by all means, like I said, like Frank Luntz talked a bit about how like the industry is dead if they got it wrong. Like they got it wrong. Like they really did. Like they even the closest one. I don't even know if they were close, but Trafalgar was the only poll that even had Trump like winning. Like some of the states are tight in some of those swing states. So I don't have the numbers with me, but it's still like the polling industry. Like this election showed like they're just out of touch with the like American public in a sense, or the way they approach polling. That is a systematic issue because they got it wrong 2 elections in a row. Like nobody expected this. Like some people were like, I think it was Susan Collins. No polls had Susan Collins win her Senate race, and she ended up winning. Right, like the polls got it like so wrong, and I don't know how I don't. Is it even possible that people go back to trusting polls like ever again? I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, to answer that question, I think people will, because like, people will look at the polls as a means of kind of like telling them what's going to happen, to give them some reassurance, or to kind of prepare them. So I think you know they're still going to look at polls. I think polling is going to they're going to do some changes to their practices, as they did in 2016. Like, one explanation that you would often hear is that and they would underestimate the opinion of non-educated voters, like non-college educated voters. So and they're going to find some other thing this time around too, and then they're going to say, oh, next time around it's going to be better because of this. But who knows? Like, and Paul, for sure, they got it. Like, they although I have to say, like, so far we have to kind of wait and look at the whole picture, because now, like, for many states, the votes are the tallies are at around 98%. So you have to wait to get to like 100% to know exactly what the margins of error were for the polls. But it's looking like, obviously they had it wrong, especially in the states themselves. Like, at the national level, it was like they're off perhaps by like 2 to 3 points. They had they had Biden up in the national polls by like 8 to 9%. But Biden's going to end up winning like 5 to 6% of the national, like the popular vote. So there's like a 2-3% um voting error right there, polling error. But in the states themselves, especially like in Michigan, Wisconsin, in those states, like, Biden was up in the polls by like 8 or 9.